Mrs. Gable, the English teacher, was, without a doubt, the most irritating person the student encountered daily. Every class felt like a carefully choreographed performance of her questionable classroom management strategies. She repeated phrases like, "Okay, class, settle down now, okay?" And, like, "You need to be quiet, okay?" It was enough to make someone want to scream, according to Quora users. While half the class whispered and giggled, or were glued to their phones, according to teachers of Reddit, she'd only pick on the quiet kids who were actually trying to work. Then, after a chaotic moment, she'd suddenly decide the class was all in trouble and hand out pointless worksheets that were completely irrelevant to the actual lesson. It was infuriating. It was as if she was trying to prove a point, but the only point she made was that she had lost all control of the class. One time, she launched into a detailed monologue about her cats for nearly 15 minutes in the middle of a lesson on Shakespeare, which is a common teacher behavior. The student understood she loved her cats, but wanted to get back to Hamlet. It wasn't just the stories, it was the tone, too. All the enthusiasm was reserved for the tangents, and the lesson itself was delivered in a monotone drone that made the minutes stretch into an eternity. The grading was another issue. She'd take ages to return assignments, sometimes weeks, according to Quora users, and then the feedback was so vague it was useless. Good effort, or needs more detail. Seriously? The student wanted to learn, not just receive a cryptic message from the grading abyss. It wasn't just the inefficiency, it was the inconsistency. One day she'd be lenient, the next she'd be on a rampage, yelling at students for the smallest infractions, a habit that can destroy classroom environments, according to a YouTube video. It was like walking on eggshells. You never knew what kind of Mrs. Gable you were going to get. In the end, the student tried to keep their head down, ignore the frustrating habits, and do their best to learn the material, despite her. Sometimes, the most annoying teachers are the ones who teach you the most about patience and how to work around obstacles.